Hello everyone, welcome to Haley Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Aquarius. How are you guys doing? And I want to welcome all the new viewers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment away. And thank you to all the new subscribers and always my regular viewers. Ooh, look what came out. Two of Cups. You have a person assessing their feelings. They're kind of taking their time. But this is an energy of a person. I feel like you've had a conversation with this person. You may be thinking and assessing this, but this is about moving forward, looking to see if the coast is clear. Yeah, it's an energy of someone here wanting to lay a foundation here. Ooh. This is someone who's been on a particular path, obviously focusing on their money. It is about, I feel, preparing to lay a foundation. They're looking at all the details. They're very meticulous. This is somebody here who knows what they want. They're very focused. I feel they're ambitious. They have goals. This is someone who focuses on something until they get it. Yeah, it's definitely a person who's been focusing a lot on work. Wow. You've either made a connection or you've just had a conversation, and they're thinking about it, assessing this. Ooh, this person's getting ready to take a leap of faith. Look at that. They're getting ready to take this leap of faith. They're reflecting on this conversation. But they are definitely someone who's been on this particular path. Possible Aries energy. It could be just energy. Aries, Leo, Sag. I do see a little earth energy. But this is someone who's getting ready to take a leap. This is someone who's generally not afraid of taking a risk. Oh yeah. This is someone who's been crushing. They're assessing this. They're looking at this. They're reminiscing. See, you made some kind of connection or something that you talked about. Yeah, this person's coming in here. Oh yeah, they don't want you to get away. It's a person taking decisive action. But you made a connection. Let's have a look at the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is someone who maybe felt very negative, felt they didn't have enough money. They couldn't provide something. It's an energy of lack, so they're focused on their money. Yeah, very focused till they get what they want. So they are ambitious. It's about, definitely this person's got goals here. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this is someone who's had a lot of good luck. See, there's a shift in energy. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. But this is where things start to go in your favor. They see you in a favorable light. This person's coming in. It's something to do with the timing. Could be someone who just moved on from a situation. See, a little lack of money or just thinking negative. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is someone tempering their passions. This is a person, definitely some strong Sag for some of you. Others of you, Aries energy. But what I like about this is they take a little step back. They see things completely different. This is someone who maybe wasn't sure you were their type. But this is someone who's definitely reminiscing. Oh, there was a little connection here. Could have been just a conversation, you know. But this is where the place this person was, right there. Yeah, they are definitely someone who's ready to take a leap of faith. Trying things different. See, they feel like maybe you're not their type, but there's something about this they're assessing. Yeah, some of you won't see this coming. This is someone coming in sudden, very spontaneous. They're choosing their battles. So this is someone who is choosing their battles. Definitely a lot of focus on money. Yeah. See, working, building, but they're reminiscing. This is someone who longs for love. They're kind of lonely. Yeah. But they had to stay on this path. They were on this path for a reason. And they are assessing this. And they are looking back. See, leaving all this behind. Things have been going in their favor. They definitely see you in a favorable light. Yeah. At first they may have felt that you weren't their type or something was off. But I feel like it was themselves. Yeah, because they are definitely someone who longs for love. And I feel, like I say, you might even be thinking about this person yourself, Aquarius. But look at that. You may not see this coming. They're coming in sudden. See, a shock, surprise. This person's super spontaneous. There's something you're going to find out here, too, that may shock you. Yeah, it has to do with something to do with what happened, the feelings, or whatever this person was dealing with. Let me just look at the lack. Yeah, this is someone who was on a particular path for a reason. They had goals, things they needed to achieve. Their pride may have gotten in the way. Maybe felt they couldn't provide anything. This person's going to come in very sudden. I don't think you're going to see this coming. Tell me more about the Two of Swords. Why is the Two of Swords here? Yeah, someone at a crossroads. See, a crossroads, something definitely happened with this person to be in that negative energy. But you can see the goals they hope to achieve. They've had a victory. Things have gone in their favor. And they definitely see you. They have a lot of goals. And I definitely feel this is somebody here. See, you cross paths. But this is someone who was kind of between two worlds, too. They reminisce about this. And there's going to be a shock. I think you're going to cross paths with this person again. And this is often, too, like I say, it's you may cross paths and there's just a lot of excitement here. Tell me more about the Six of Cups. Yeah, see, reminiscing. See people getting together, crossing paths through other people. Maybe some friends of friends. But there's good news, and it is a shock. Yeah, somebody has definitely moved on from a situation. I mean, maybe you cross paths with this person, and like I say, they felt maybe they couldn't provide. Their pride got in the way. But they were very focused, very ambitious. They've achieved a lot of goals. This person's definitely feeling differently, too. Like I say, maybe they just felt maybe you weren't their type. Or, I'm going to tell you, when people are in this energy sometimes, especially when they've had a tower moment, they're feeling negative. Everything feels off. Nothing feels right. But there's some sort of good news. I feel like you connected through other people. You may have just crossed paths at the gathering or when you're out and about socializing. I do think you're going to cross paths with this person again. Tell me about the Two of Wands. Yeah, they want to come in. See, they want to build a foundation. This is somebody who may have had to rebuild financially to be able to provide. They're very goal-oriented, and I definitely feel this is someone who, I think they're kind of popular maybe. They get a lot of attention. But definitely with that negative energy, they definitely weren't really interested in anyone, but they are reminiscing about this connection. Maybe you had a conversation. Yeah. See, this is about rebuilding. See, this has to do with a business, their home, their financial foundation. See, they've had a lot of good luck. They feel fortunate. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this person's definitely someone who wants to reach out, a little test to see if you're interested. There's something coming up, a little get-together gathering. Something that comes around once a month, once a year, that kind of energy. They're going to reach out. This is somebody who wants to share some good news with you too. But it is about being generous. Tell me about this Six of Pentacles. Let's see what else comes up with that. Yeah, see, laying a foundation, a house, a home. This is someone rebuilding their life, I feel. See, that financial foundation. But there is a reason to celebrate. This is someone here definitely going to reach out. Been working on their house, their home. This is someone who's definitely preparing. See, it's an energy of someone who wasn't prepared. If you reached out to this person, they didn't respond, and maybe ignored you or ghosted you. Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, they definitely have taken a step back. They see things differently. They are preparing. See, this is someone who just wasn't prepared. Now this person feels prepared. Oh my gosh, tell me about the Three of Cups. Why is the Three of Cups here? There it is. Offer invitation. They're preparing themselves here. So there is something coming up. And it could be them creating this opportunity, but it is about being able to provide. And they are definitely having a victory. They've achieved some goals. And I wouldn't even be surprised that you both have. But I'm going to tell you, this person is definitely, oh, they definitely see the bigger picture now. Look at that. See? Happy home, happy life. This is someone who sees the future. They've been planning for the future. So if this is someone who hasn't been reaching out, or they're not talking a lot, or you haven't talked at all, they're going to start talking more. See, they're going to start talking, reaching out. And I do feel this is someone who's been putting money away, putting money into their home. But there's this reason to celebrate. They've had goals. There's some kind of celebration. Could be someone who's paid off their home too, or purchased a new home, a large purchase. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. See, it's about being able to provide. This is someone who can provide a home. Look at that, Aquarius. It looks like you have a decision to make. You'll decide when this happens, but I don't think you're going to see it coming. I do see this energy of indecision and needing more clarity. So it is about clarity. And it could be this person too. Like, I do see this person may be feeling indecisive too. See, was unable to move forward because of the Tower. Something happened. But I really feel, it's interesting. It's like there's a complete shift in energy here. So I definitely feel like you're going to be wise. I feel like you already know the answers you're seeking. And I do think you kind of know what's going on here. If you don't, you're going to find out very soon. So I do see you trusting your intuition. I do think you're going to be watching for signs, signals, any kinds of red flags. Yeah. You may be also assessing this, but this is about someone reaching out, a little test to see if you're interested, and offer an invitation. Their cup overflows, but they'll keep it to themselves. Yeah, you got this coming. This shows you have to make a decision at some point. It's saying to trust your inner knowing. I think some of you kind of already know something here, though. Like you already know the decision you're going to make. Tell me about the High Priestess. Yeah, it's all about clarity, clearing up confusion. It's definitely something deeply emotional, too. Yeah, it's a mystery. But I do think it is about clarity, seeking clarity, feeling kind of confused. And maybe you have been, but you are going to get clarity. Because I do feel this is someone who, like I say, it's someone who just wasn't prepared. They've been preparing themselves. It is telling you to prepare because they're coming in spontaneous. They're taking a leap of faith. Aries, Leo, Sag. I definitely feel they have some air in their chart. They might even have some Aquarius. I do see a little Cancer energy. Yeah. Someone with deep feelings, emotions. But this just shows you're going to get clarity up. So look at that. This is the mood. This is being in a romantic mood too, romanticizing. Oh my gosh, this is about the two of you connecting. Yeah, they do have some air, a little Gemini energy possibly, but you're going to get clarity. Oh my gosh. The Lovers. I just want to look at the Wheel of Fortune quickly here. Yeah, see, this is all about leveling up financially, preparing, being able to provide something. See, maybe paying off their home or purchasing a new home, providing a home. This is a beautiful, this person's a provider. Now, if you have a choice between two, there is someone here you may decide, that you, because I feel like this is coming in suddenly. It's going to be a bit of a shock surprise, but there definitely could be two. I really feel it's just the same person, feeling more confident and bold, but some of you definitely have this choice. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Gemini, Taurus, cusp. I see cusp energy. Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah, they may have some Gemini in their chart. This is interesting. But they are offering up a cup. It's a fresh new start, an invitation. Who is the King of Pentacles? Let's just see, who are they? Somebody here that you waited for. But I don't know, I think the ship has sailed too little too late, because I feel like you have another person. You already know who you're going to choose. Yeah, you waited for this person. It's somebody here, I think some of you could have someone who's kind of cheap too. They didn't want to provide anything. Someone's more interested in what you can provide than what they can. But I do think you're going to choose wisely. I do think you're going to make the right choice. Because this is about love. This is about long term. Yeah, and definitely it is about this house, this home, you know, being able to provide. I think both these people have that energy. But only one of them, I feel, is someone who, two people who work together, they build each other up. See, they don't tear each other down. That's why I feel like you had someone who ignored you, ghosted you, rejected you, whatever it is that happened. See, the right person, when they come along, they build you up. This is someone who will inspire you. They'll be generous. They'll help you achieve goals. Because I feel some of you are on your own path as well, but one of these will commit. One of them is loyal and faithful. They'll commit. But it's about the two of you being on the same page. See, learning. Some of you have learned something here too. Yeah. It is about your type. Learning about your type. Maybe it's time to try something different. You see some Taurus energy. And that's funny because I said Gemini, Taurus cusp. And then I see Aries, Leo, Sag. Or possibly Aries, Taurus, cusp energy too. Doesn't mean for everyone, but it's about things being learned, applying these things that you've learned to the situation. Yeah, I really feel like you got the ship has sailed for someone. They kept you waiting too long. Yeah. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. There you go. This is someone who's loyal. They speak truth. This is someone who's confident with the decision they're making. See, it's about pride, being able to provide a home, a comfortable home, someone who can be very generous. Yeah, it's a person who's loyal. Yep, and you can see this is someone coming up with an idea too. This is the energy of an idea. This is someone executing a plan. They're strategizing. They're very smart. This is someone who plays by the rules though. See, you've got someone who doesn't play by the rules and you have someone who does. And I do think the ship has sailed for someone. It's too late. It could be someone who kind of took advantage of you, or they were kind of cheap. They didn't provide anything, or they just came in when they wanted attention. But this other person, one of these is a provider, and it doesn't have to be the King of Pentacles, okay? But it could be, so it'll be different for each of you. But whoever they are, they speak truth, and I see this person strategizing, coming up with an idea, and they are going to reach out. Yeah, looking to see if you're open and available. See, making yourself available. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords. This person's win or lose, victory. They're determined to succeed. Yeah, there's some Gemini energy. I feel they both have that energy. But it's you're manifesting what you desire. So you have everything you need. But it's this person, they see what you need. They see what you provide. They see someone who's kind, compassionate, caring, nurturing. And someone who's openly emotion and available. See, letting someone know you're available, you're about to receive. And I wouldn't be surprised twice, but I feel like you already know the choice that you'll make. Yeah, one of these people you're much more interested in. You may have lost interest in someone else, because I definitely see someone who kept you waiting a long time. Because this is all about the bigger picture. This is what makes you happy. Yeah, someone here is more concerned what you can provide. than what they can provide. So I do see someone who can be cheap, and then I see someone who can be quite generous. They'll provide you with everything you need. Someone who will help you achieve your goals, where someone else will keep you from achieving your goals. Yep, I can see both of these. I do think you're going to make the right choice. So it is saying to think it through, choose wisely. If you feel confused, or see it saying to pay attention to the red flags, the signs may be cautioning you. Trust your own knowing. I think you know. I think you already know. And if you don't know, you're going to become very much aware of this other energy. And I don't feel like it's someone new, but you've had a conversation. One of these people and maybe you've connected with both. You just happen to be in the right place at the time and had some conversations. Something to do with what someone said here. But you're going to get clarity. And if there was any kind of confusion and you're not feeling sure, seek clarity. Don't be afraid to be a little discerning, because one of these people is someone who can take it on the chin. They're an open book. The way they speak. See, someone who speaks up and speaks their mind. Somebody here may find that it's something they don't like. It's a turn-off, where the other person really likes that. I see this energy quite often. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Not everybody likes someone who just speaks their mind. But I do see with kindness, compassion, tempering your words. Like I feel like, you're not a pushover, that's for sure. Yeah. I think you got a person here who's just kind of kept you waiting too long, and now you've got this other person coming. But I wouldn't be surprised this other person reaches out to see if you're still interested. Like, someone who dangles the carrot in front of you, they kind of string you along, they try to tempt you, where the other person, they just come in right. They speak truth. They're loyal. They speak their mind. And that's where I feel the two of you can communicate on the same page. Yeah, I think there's someone here that maybe you just don't get, or they don't get you. Yeah, see, teaching someone how you want to be treated, but it's both people who do that. See, I see you being confident with the decision that you can make. Yeah, see, you have to make a decision. I think you already know. You already know. You got this choice, but I do think you know who the right person is. In fact, some of you, maybe you won't be interested in either one, and you'll decide to choose a whole other path. But this person's ready to take a leap of faith. They want to go down this path with you. They want to be with you. Definitely. I do see growth. I definitely see one of these people where there's growth and a lot of financial change. Yep. Trust your intuition. Pay attention to the red flags. If they're cautioning you and you feel confused, don't be afraid to take a little pause. But I feel we have two people going to take a leap of faith together, and you're going to go down this path. I do. Whichever one feels right. Yeah, see, you've got the person who keeps you hanging. They keep you waiting. So someone who dangles the carrot, they reach out, they try to tempt you. Yeah. Someone who was stringing you along. Yeah. It's all right. You got this. I think you are, and because of this too, it could be something you've already left behind, where you're applying these lessons you've learned to this situation. This could go somewhere. See, it's all about the things you have in common. Two people who create opportunities. See, it's about compatibility. Two people who complement each other. So you build each other up, a team. Someone who's a team player. Yeah, I definitely see acknowledgement too. See, there's going to be something being acknowledged here. And I really feel like this is where your voice is heard, where you can speak up and this person listens. They listen to you, everything. Where the other person's kind of like, I don't know, they could be a little sensitive, like, if you speak your mind or just say something like it is. One of these people definitely doesn't want you to get away, but it's saying to think it through, choose your battles. They definitely both have air energy. It may not be their sun sign, it could be, but one of them is bold and confident, where the other person is someone who's more concerned about what you can provide to them. And they could provide, but they're not. I think someone here is cheap. Yeah. And you have someone who will take you out and date you traditionally. They'll pick you up, take you home, someone who's traditional. They play by the rules. Where the other person, I think, is someone who just likes to take it to the next level. They're more focused on the physical. Yeah. It's a person who comes in when they want attention, and then when you need attention, you may not hear from them. If you reach out, they won't respond, or they have excuses. Yeah. Yeah, you can see someone who kind of manipulates. They play games. Yeah. Like, one of them is traditional. They'll take you out. They'll date you. They follow the rules. And you are manifesting what you desire. Like, I can see that. But this person also is manifesting you. And I do think you're very much the same. You both speak your mind. Like, this is someone who has a lot of respect for someone who can speak their mind. Because what they see is a partner, someone who's strong. Yeah, someone who's intelligent, not afraid to speak. Take care. We'll see you soon.